Paige Bueckers and company. Total Q1 points matching 36 years old Mercury stars solo scoring spree leaves WNBA fans stunned. It's been a season of sighs and side eyes for the Dallas Wings, who had been 6-13 until recently. A bunch of injuries kept tripping them up whenever they try to find their groove. But lately, something's changed. Despite clinging to the third worst record in the league, the Wings have quietly pieced together a top 7 offense, and their rookie squad, led by Paige Bueckers and Azzi James, is starting to sparkle. Since Bueckers bounced back from concussion protocol, Dallas has begun to be feared, winning 5 of their last 7. So, optimism was in the air, and then the Phoenix Mercury happened. Rewind to July 3rd, when these two teams last met. On paper, the Wings were doomed. No Eriko Gunbowl, no Dejanai Carrington, and starting 4 rookies. A move not seen since Y2K panic was a thing, 2000 specifically. But somehow, against all odds, they pulled off a stunner. The rookie trio of Bueckers, Quinterly, and James dropped a combined 68 points, 11 boards, and 18 assists, guiding the Wings to a 98-89 win. Everyone on that roster can contribute. That's our competitive depth, and everyone is going to continue to buy into that, were the words of Coach Chris Cocklane's following the win. But that depth came into big trouble during the reverse game. Traveling to the Phoenix Arena was never going to be easy. But with injuries to both Kalia Cooper and Sada Sabali, Paige Bueckers and co had hope. It promised to be an even affair on paper. In reality, though, things turned out very differently. It was a Sammy Whitcomb show from minute 1. In the very first quarter of the game, the Mercury guard had 19 points. Interestingly, she managed to match the entire Wings output for the quarter. That pretty much summed up how dominant Phoenix's start was. They came out with purpose, energy, and a clear mission: revenge. Naturally, Whitcomb's performance against Dallas caught the eye of many. Social media lit up with thousands of fans commenting on her first quarter heroics. Let's take a look at some of the best fan reactions. Fans react to Sammy Whitcomb destroying Paige Bueckers and co. Sammy Whitcomb is the first quarter faced with steam from nose fire. One fan commented while another joined in say, "Beast fire." And who could blame them? Whitcomb was on fire. She shot 7 of 9 from the field, which included 4 trays, to score 19 points in the first quarter. She is even the only player this season to have that output in any quarter this season. Also, Whitcomb is now just 3 points behind for most points scored by a player in a quarter, 22 being the highest, set by the likes of Diana Taurasi, Brittany Skis, and Jewel Lloyd. While Sammy carrying the whole Mercury on her back. It's going to be a long 3 QS left for her, another fan wrote, wondering just how big of an impact she could make as the game progressed. Well, Whitcomb dropped 29 points in the first half alone, prompting another fan to ask, is that a WNBA record? Well, no. The record for most points in a half is held by Raquel Williams at 35, followed closely by Diana Taurasi, 32, Cynthia Cooper, 31, Aja Wilson, 31, and Maya Moore, 31. But it was the highest first-half total by any player this season. To top it off, she also crossed the 2,000 career points milestone and finished the night with a career-best 36 points. A night to remember for the Australian-American guard, and Mercury made sure to keep it that way. 2,000 reasons to never leave her open, the franchise posted. That's 2,000 career points for our shooter, Sammy Whitcomb. Paige Bueckers explained to media about what went wrong in Wings' 102-72 road loss at Mercury. She finished with 11 points, 3-11 FG, minus 27, and to media. About Diana Taurasi's mentorship, bond via their Yukon connection, and seeking her wisdom. She's always there.
Obviously today was a tough, defensive performance. Just what were some of the things that, stood out to you that maybe could be improved? Obviously dribble handoffs seem to be a challenge to guard for the defense overall.
Just top blocking, forcing people into tough twos rather than getting threes. They made some tough contested threes, but then adjusting to the game plan if they're hot, run them off the line, get them off the line, and make them, like I said, take shots within the arc.
It seemed Phoenix was really, focused on packing the paint or shrinking the floor, whatever you want to call it. Just what were some of the things they did well to maybe prevent quality finishes at the rim and then also force turnovers?
Yeah, they were aggressive, as they always are. They got in passing lanes, were great in transition, getting deflections, and then, like you said, Kalani was always lurking, Mac was always lurking, AT's always lurking, so they did a good job of helping off and protecting the rim.
To have a player like TT here and their presence that still looms, and obviously you get compared a lot to her. Do you have a relationship with her that you talk about your first year and how to adjust from college to this game?
Yeah, just obviously having that UConn connection. I've been knowing her since my career there, and we have each other's phone numbers. She's just open and willing to talk to me whenever, if I have questions, if I need advice, just if I'm seeking her wisdom. She's always there, and she's a big supporter of me. So I'm never taking that for granted, and I'm not going to take advantage of having that relationship. So I really look up to her, and I've looked up to her since I was young, and so I'm grateful to have that relationship.
I'm going to read a question. Sorry, it's from our editor, so it's not. Even though it was a tough game tonight, what are some of the lessons or takeaways that you feel shape you as a player and a leader moving forward after tonight?
Just it's all about how we respond. Unfortunately, there's nights like this in the WNBA where the other team just comes out and just imposes their will on you. You never want to have that as the opposing team. But how can we we've been playing well at home lately, and how can we carry that on the road? And how can we start a game off strong to make sure that we never come out with that type of intensity and effort? And then just how we respond in the next game. It's a league where you'll have one game the next day. So to learn from it, embrace the challenge of responding in a positive way.
And how do you personally process a loss like this after tonight? Do you just wash it away and say the next game is the next game, or do you think about what went wrong?
It's a mix of both, knowing that this isn't who we are and our identity, but obviously looking in the mirror and how can we be better as individuals and as a team. So collectively, we'll definitely process this loss and how can we be better, but also move forward and be ready for the next one.
And then I just had one more for you, because I talked to a lot of girls from all over the country that came here to see you tonight, and they say one of the things they like about you is that you're always active on social media. Do you make that a big part of your presence, like just making sure that you talk to the fans or that the fans see you out there on social media?
Yeah, I mean, I try to stay authentically myself, and part of that being in the entertainment business, being part of this basketball world, you kind of get to show your personality outside of who you are on the court. So taking advantage of that on social media and using my platform as a positive way, and continue to share my faith and share being a confident human being, and just being authentically myself to inspire the next generation to do so as well. I do think that's important as well.
Yeah, because some of the girls that I talk to, they don't even play basketball. They just really like you. They're like, she's really inspiring. We came to see her. So I just wondered how that made you feel.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So much.
Dallas Wings guard Paige Bueckers on her favorite basketball sneakers, and Azzi Fudd picking her shoes. Playing in Phoenix, any advice she's received from Diana Taurasi.
You just played. Just what are some things you can take from that last game and maybe take from your practice on Saturday and carry this game?
Yeah, just to stick to our game plan and stick to what we focus on and scout. Obviously, some things we're going to switch up, but for the most part, we're going to stick to what we did in the game we just played, and then just clean it up offensively. Just some turnovers. They're trapping and Reading a lot, being aggressive. We're assuming they'll cover Zah different tonight and probably be more aggressive on her. So just anticipating those things and being ready for them.
As you see more and more defense game to game, how does that help you kind of add to your toolkit? You kind of have to see all these.
Yeah, it just helps you be prepared for anything, whether they're aggressive or not. You understand the coverages of what defenses are going to throw at you potentially, and so you, like you said, get it in your bag of what you can do, and it creates a lot of opportunities for my teammates as well, playing to an advantage when I draw two. So I think it's just opened up the space and the floor for everyone.
What have you heard from Diana about playing in Phoenix and what the crowd's like around here?
The X Factor, of course, is one of the best crowds in the game. So we played here before this season, and it was a great turnout, great environment. And I know this is the home DC built, so she's a large part of that.
Doing a story on basketball shoes. Just what do you look for when you are going to get a basketball shoe?
The fit, the feel, of course. The grip is huge, and then just the look. I love a pretty shoe. Exotic colors, pretty colors. So I guess that makes them all those things.
And then you're wearing the books today. Is that because you're playing here?
Yeah, I mean, definitely I wore the books the last time we came out here. I put a collection of books together, and I actually let Azzi choose my shoes. So she chose the color, but it was definitely going to be a book colorway for sure.
And do you have an all-time favorite shoe?
All-time favorite shoe? I would say the Nike Kyries. All the numbers. Those are my favorite.
Paige, the last time you played here, you had a career high 35 points, 68% shooting. What do you remember from that game?
The environment, the crowd, the noise, just that we were always in the fight, we were always in the mix, but we didn't put together a full entire 40 minutes, so we're looking to do that tonight.
Last game you started a different front court with Bee and Louisa. Just what do you like about what they bring as a collective on both sides of the floor?
Yeah, they're both very aggressive. They play physical on both ends of the floor. They set extremely good screens. They both can play make. They both can score in the paint and also can spread the floor and shoot from the outside. So they just provide versatility and effort and a motor. Those two work extremely hard as the bigs off the bench as well. So it just provides just a look for us in terms of all those aspects.
You mentioned the and obviously you're always trying to add a lot to it. What specifically, I guess, in the past couple of weeks have you been focused on?
Handling pressure, handling traps, what to look for out of them, how to get the ball out of my hands quicker or attack the trap. Yeah, I would say probably that.
Paige, it's good to see you once again. So I have two questions. Take me through what's it like becoming an all-star starter in your career, especially in your rookie year?
I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that I have a large community around me that supports me and has helped me get to this stage. And like I've always said, it takes a village. So everybody along the way of my journey has helped me get to this point, and it wouldn't be possible without my teammates and my coaching staff and just how well they welcomed me here into Dallas and the organization. So it was really a group effort. I'm very grateful for the people around me.
And another question about the Wings amenities. Take me through what's it like having the amenities when you're playing for the Wings as well?
It's great. I've talked about the support staff has been amazing. The way that they've helped me recover, especially coming off a long season, it's very essential to take care of my body. So the resources are great, the people are great, and then just the relationships that I built. They've just been super accommodating to me, helped me out whatever I needed, along with the other rookies and just everybody. So it's great people within this organization, great resources, and yeah, I'm grateful for that.
As your rookie season continues, what have you learned about yourself as an emerging leader, and how do you use that every night when you go on the court?
Yeah, just that regardless of my rookie status or my years of experience in the league, I want to use my voice, and my teammates respect my voice, and we all just want to win. So everybody's voice is, nothing is personal, nobody's going at each other for personal gain or for anything other than we all just want to win. So to be able to use my voice, use my knowledge, my experience, I know I'm a rookie in this league, but I have years of experience of playing basketball, so to use that to encourage my teammates, to ask questions, to learn, to be a sponge, and to lead by example.
The Wings announced earlier today that you're getting another game with the American Airlines Center later this season. Just what do you remember about that first game? What do you enjoy about it? What are you looking forward to about playing again in that building?
Yeah, it was really cool. A great turnout, of course. Just to be able to play in the city of Dallas and have a great turnout like that. It was really cool. It was a great environment for women's basketball. And it was a competitive game. Obviously not the strong start, but we fought our way back in it and made it a competitive ball game. So I just remember the environment was great. The crowd was very into it. And it just seemed like they were just a part of the game and the six man.
Last one for me. Obviously, we're here at teammates, so we love Diana around here. What is some advice that she's giving you that stands out?
really to just be me, to find my own way to lead. There's nobody, you don't have to be like anybody else. You find your own creative way, your own unique way to be who you are in this league. There's bumps, there's bruises, there's ups and downs, but as long as you stay true to who you are and to what got you here, you got to
Thank you.
The WNBA has moved the Dallas Wings versus Indiana Fever to the Mavericks Arena due to high demand. Per Fever's second visit to Dallas to play the Wings has been moved to American Airlines Center on August 1st. It will air on ION. Paige Bueckers versus Caitlin Clark. Indiana Fever to the larger American Airlines Center speaks volumes about the growing excitement surrounding women's basketball. With Paige Bueckers set to go head-to-head against Caitlin Clark, fans are in for a showdown that promises star power, intensity, and history in the making. August 1st can't come soon enough. Get down in comments section. Tell us what you're thinking all of this. For now, I am done. We meet next one. Thank you for watching.